the challenge now is to bring the whole world up to scratch, isn't it, on what needs to be done?
Yeah. But the whole world is probably a very, very big thing to say. But definitely in the areas we are active in, we want to try to educate and bring these kind of things into the mind of people, because this makes all the difference. And nobody would buy. I always bring examples of everyday life when I talk to people about that. Nobody would buy a car where the brake system is not entirely safe. It's not 100% safe. It's only 80% safe. And nobody will buy this car. It's just because it's dangerous for you and everybody in the car. And the same is happening with emergency lighting. And I think step by step, unfortunately, on back of the disasters that were happening, this goes into the consciousness of the people. It's probably a little late, not probably, it is late to do so, but But this is really the incidents that happened within the last 2 years, not just in the UK, but also in Dubai. There were like a couple of fires of very, very big buildings, because I was in the Middle East, so I was very aware of that. This really changed the standards and changed the view of the authorities and the people, and how doing it correctly and how important it is actually for a safe building.
Yeah, well, we look at the developments in the new year. I mean, housing and safety are the top of the government's agenda in the UK at the moment. So obviously for the UK-based companies and obviously exports that account for 60% of the company's revenue, there's a real opportunity, if you can get the systems right, to be a major success all over the road. And that must be something you're very excited about going forward.
I'm very happy that people now start to see the importance of safety critical systems. This helps us as a company, obviously, in the market, but also just for the building and the quality of installation. It's just a step forward, and step by step we are getting where products which are not compliant and products who does not fulfill the necessities from a basic level of safety are not used anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's education for clients and so on. I mean, word of mouth, it spreads and so on. And is that sort of building from the ground up, you know, understanding compliance as well as installing?
Yeah, exactly. We actually, our workshops will be really structured from a very basic level for people who never heard of emergency lighting at all. So I could bring my family in who is not into emergency lighting, and they will get to start to know emergency lighting, what is necessary, what do we need to do, why is it used, what it is for. But then we go further in how it is installed correctly, what are the small little details you need to be sure about, that your installation stays compliant, and also looking forward what will be the new technologies coming to make the life for installers easier, to make the life for the manufacturers easier, to make the life for the end users easier. So there's very many different things we can look into, and this will all be part of the workshop program. So it will be a workshop which is put into different modules, which will be built on each other, and we are planning also to award CPD credits for the industry relevant.
Yeah, this is going to be administered all over the UK and hopefully in the other markets you're involved in?
Well, we start with the UK first, and step by step we will involve it into the export markets. In the export markets there are always different regulations, different basics, different kind of levels of knowledge, and there will be different approaches for the different markets we're working in. So we will start with the UK, and I'm very, very confident, and I'm sure that this will be a success in the UK, and from there we will carry forward into the other markets.
Okay, obviously everyone was sort of very interested to hear of your appointment in this role. What was the brief you've been given by the bosses, as it was, to what they'd like you to do and what they'd like for you to achieve?
Well, but in one sentence, do the same as you did in the Middle East. Well, a little bit further discussed, obviously, to make Mackwell the go-to address for emergency lighting knowledge in Europe. So this was pretty much the overall headline, and this includes having the right products, having the right approach to the market, having this kind of pillar for knowledge and training, and other things we are doing internally to bring this forward. So we want to be seen as a kind of an entity where people go to if they need emergency lighting. So if someone thinks about emergency lighting, they should think about Mackwell.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. When you were sort of the story broke that you were going to be appointed to this new role, you mentioned the history that the company has, which is now approaching 40 years as emergency lighting manufacturers. Was it part of the history and obviously the focus on the future role that really excites you to work for the company?
Yeah, what I love about Mackwell, it's not a huge enterprise with 10,000 of people. So we are a small, very, very focused company on one thing, which is emergency lighting. That means the knowledge and the dedication of the teams which we have on site is really great to see. And I really love the way of Mackwell, the way how Mackwell does things. So we see a problem, we try to work a solution for this problem. We don't take a standard solution from the shelf. We don't take, even though we don't take a solution that is not optimal, we try to make an optimal way, or we try to find an optimal way for each client's problem. Sometimes that's possible, sometimes it is not. But we use our knowledge and our capabilities, especially in the emergency world, to go forward. And I like definitely this nimbleness, this flexibility Mackwell can offer, and to build upon this flexibility and knowledge to even extend our reach into the different markets. So I like the challenge around that, to reach further out and grow our export market, but also grow our UK home market again from where we are at the moment.
So it's the full and tailored service you believe that stands Mackwell out from its rivals in the emergency lighting industry?
Yeah, I mean the UK market is very, very dense when it comes to competition, and I think really where Mackwell can excel and outperform others is really the knowledge and the technicalities we have involved. So we do full type testing of luminaires which clients give to us. So they give us a certain luminaire and we put our emergency conversion into it and do a full test report about thermals, EMC, harmonics, and everything that's involved with that. And that is really some extra service to ensure our clients and partners that the products they put in the market are safe and compliant. Again, it comes all back to safety and compliance and knowledge. And we can offer this service because we have the experience and the capacity to do so.
Obviously, the company's motto is safety by choice, not by chance.
Yeah.
We love to track that one out. But obviously, with the workshops, with the testing that you've talked about as well, that the company really wants to drive that forward, and that's part of your vision as well.
100%. Obviously, the education and the academy part is one part, but also the service of testing for clients and testing for different applications and products is another part, and this will be part of our service to products. It will not be possible for each and every luminaire and each and every project, but if the opportunity is there and if the demand is there, we will step by step help our customers to do so, to develop their products, to develop their emergency lighting offer into the market as well.
Okay, so watch this space for further developments in the new product ranges that you talked about as well. 2018 is going to be an exciting year.
Definitely. So we'll try to put the intelligence we are now developing. We are developing a module which has the intelligence inside, or it's probably module is the wrong word. We're developing a platform which we want to put in all of our luminaire portfolio. So this is a big step going forward, that each and every luminaire you see today in our portfolio will have this level of intelligence and technology. Further going forward, we will look into new things, but I don't want to spill too much at this stage.
Okay.
But there will be definitely some exciting things.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us, Rene. We really look forward to talking to you again. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.